Hi everyone, it's Chef Ebony again here at Eating the Good Life. Come to do another video with you today. I know it's been a while, but we're back and we're ready to do today's recipe, which is pecan cranberry upside down cake. It is crazy simple to do and it's very tasty, one of my faves. So let's get started, all right? I hope everyone is staying safe. Hopefully still staying indoors if you can. All right. By the way, I know you saw my new look. Hair is jet black now. And so are my fingernails. So they're not dirty. They're just covered in dye that I'm still trying to get off because I just did it yesterday. But anyway, let's get started. Once you watch the video, you'll see all of the ingredients listed in the description. All right. So I'll start with this one here. If you can see it, you see how that already looks good? So for this recipe, it's all done in one cake pan. You're gonna need a 9.5-inch cake pan. If you have a 10-inch, that's fine too. That's actually what this is. So 10-inch cake pan. And in this pan, I melted in the oven a 1/4 cup of butter. I used unsalted butter because the rest of the recipe contains salt. So I used unsalted butter, again, a 1/4 cup, melted that in the oven. And then to that, I added a 1/2 cup of packed light brown sugar. And when I say packed, I mean, so for those that have seen the other videos, you know, we put our dry ingredients, flour, sugar, brown sugar, all of those in our measuring cups. Those go in cups, right? So I put a 1/2 cup of the light brown sugar in here. And what you want to do is as you're filling it, you want to pack it down. So you just want to take something and press it down in there. That's what they mean by packed. It's not like granulated sugar where you just pour and level off the top. Packed, brown sugar, you want to make sure you pack it down in there. So I packed it down in there, got up to the top, pressed it down, make sure it was even across the top. And that's what I got. All right. So I tossed that into the melted unsalted butter, mix that around till it dissolved. And I also add 2 tablespoons of orange juice. All right. Now I actually have light orange juice here in the house. It's fine to use that. That's all you have. But just 2 tablespoons of that. Mix that all together. Spread it out even in the bottom of the pan. Okay. Just let me go back. You do not need to grease your cake pan. All right. The butter on the bottom is all you need. All right. So the melted butter in there, light brown sugar. Then I added dry cranberries. All right. For the dry cranberries, you want to reconstitute them. All right. So what I did is I boiled about a cup of water. And for the dry cranberries, it's 2/3 of a cup that you'll need. So you measure out 2/3 of a cup in your cup container, the one I just showed you, right? And you want to dump those into a bowl. And then you want to take your boiling water and pour those over your dry cranberries. All right. And what that's going to do is it's going to replump them, kind of wake them up, add some moisture to them. Let them be less chewy. So they're a little softer, a little bit more pliable for your recipe. All right. You only leave those in the water for about 5 minutes. Dump all the water off of them, and there you go. All right. So then I threw those, just spread them out evenly on top of your brown sugar butter mixture. All right. Then chop pecans. All right. Just want to chop them, you know, like I have here. Not too small. All right. Spread those out right on top of your cranberries. And you kind of want to make sure the total bottom of your pan is covered. All right. Kind of no space. So basically, once we flip this over, as you do in upside down cakes, that you get cranberry and pecan in every bite, right? That's kind of the point of making it evenly spread throughout. All right, so at this time, we're done with this, okay? So we can put that to the side. Now, rest of our ingredients. All right, and again, these ingredients are all in the description. All right, so in this bowl, and this part, we actually don't need our big mixer today. Isn't that amazing? So no scraping down 20,000 times as we did in the last videos. So in this bowl, I have 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. I have 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. All right. Yeah. So that's all the dry ingredients here. Okay. So what we want to do is kind of just stir these together now. Just trying to make sure it's all together. Nice, nice. All right, quick and easy. All right, so then we want to add our milk, okay? So in this measuring glass, right? Liquid measuring glass, okay? We have 2/3 cup of whole milk, all right? So we'll just pour that in. All right, and we'll give that a mix. And I'm just using a wooden spoon to kind of incorporate everything. All right, so just until that starts coming together. Okay, then I have 1/4 cup of softened butter, and I just put it in here so it can get soft and not get all over my counter. All right, but just softened butter, which means I just left it out of the fridge until it reached room temp. All right, because it's much easier to mix in that way. All right, then you're going to use the same wooden spoon. You want to start to mix in that softened butter, right? Simple so far? All right. Our next ingredient is vanilla. Who remembers what I said about vanilla? Pure vanilla. Not imitation, not flavoring, not taste like vanilla, looks like vanilla. We want pure vanilla, right? Better flavor, better product, all right? So we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of that pure vanilla. Okay. Mix that in. And just so you know, this will still be a little lumpy when we finish mixing, okay? For this recipe, that is perfectly fine, all right? So you might see a few of your butter chunks left, or maybe a little cluster of flour. Perfectly fine. As long as you know you're giving it a good mix, getting it off your sides, right? Scraping it off your sides and the corners. All right. So our last ingredient will be 1 egg. All right. Just get that in there. And again, with the egg as well, like the last videos, I left it out for about a half hour, 40 minutes. just so it can start to warm up. Never want to use ice cold eggs right out the fridge. All right. Looking good. All right, get that egg mixed in there off the sides. No egg left behind, right? All right. Put that down in there. How we looking? Good? Perfect. All right. So now we grab our pan, right? Look at that. And now all we want to do is pour our batter right on top of our cranberry pecan mixture. All right. Did I not tell you this was going to be easy? Did you not believe me? So simple, so good. Wait till you see the finished product. Just wait until you see it. You're going to be like, Ebony, I'm going out right now to buy these ingredients because that looks so good. And I couldn't blame you. All right. Now, let's see if I have, yes. See this in here? That's still too much batter. That's a no-no. We want to take our handy dandy scraper. Get all that goodness out of there. Get all of that goodness into our pan, right? Doesn't that look better? Doesn't that look better? All right. In the sink. Now, you want to take this and just gently start to spread it over your cranberries and pecans, right? Just gentle, because you don't want to dig down too deep where you're actually messing up your cranberries and pecans, all right? So gently, if you happen to bump one or two, that's fine. But you don't want to kind of dig down in there to the bottom of the pan, messing up your creation, right? So, gentle, 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 right? That looks good. That works for me, all right? See, we have a few that'll spread out as it's baking. If you don't get every pecan or cranberry covered, that's fine, as long as it's even, all right? Now, we are going to put this in the oven, which I already had set at 350 from melting the butter. So we're going to bake this at 350. And remember, my oven's a little funky, so could be give or take with the time, right? We're going to do it for about 30 to 35 minutes, okay? I would say even at 25 minutes, start to check it. And it should be, you know, light golden brown. And definitely your toothpick test, which we did before. Your toothpick poked in the center of the cake should come out clean, all right? Again, 350. We're going to pop that in. I'll set my timer. I'm going to start at 25 minutes. Lift this up. And again, 25-minute mark, we'll start to check it. I'll put a toothpick in. I'll start to gently tap on the cake, see how it is, and we'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. All right. That's it. We'll be back. Hi everyone, we're back. So I just took the pecan cranberry upside down cake out the oven. It looks amazing. I wish you can smell my kitchen. It smells so good. The ginger in there really brings out the other flavors, and it just smells amazing while it's baking. All right, so you ready to see it? You ready? Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit. All right. So remember our oven was on 350, and I said check it starting at the 25-minute mark, especially with the toothpick. Toothpick has to come all clean in the center. But mine actually baked for 40 minutes. Yeah, it's about 40 minutes that mine had to bake. So leave it in there until it's done. All right. And I took it out the oven, placed it on our wire rack, right, to let it cool for 5 minutes. Okay. And then I took a knife and just ran it around the side of the pan to loosen the cake from it. You're literally just taking the knife and going right around in between the cake and the pan, right? Then I took one of my dinner plates, and I had, let me just show you. So I had one of my dinner plates on top of this pan, and then I just flipped it, shook it a little bit. Sometimes you might need to tap it on the edge of the counter, and you can literally feel the cake drop to the plate. All right. Now, just to show you, it's not always perfect. See, this is what was left in the bottom of my pan. All right. And this is okay, because most of it is going to still be on the cake. So all I did was start to scrape this out, and you literally drop it in any missing areas. That's it. All right. So no worries if some of it is still stuck to your pan. Scrape it off, drop it into place. All right. But now, look at this. Oh, look at it. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, yes. God is all in that. Do you see it? Do you see your pecans and your cranberries glistening? Oh, it's so good. And just to keep in mind too, this is not an extremely thick cake. All right. It's fairly thin, so I want to kind of angle it. Can you see? It's not a very thick cake. So that is it. So now I just want it to cool some more, probably another 30 minutes. And then you are ready to slice it up and eat it. You can eat it as is. You can add some whipped topping to it. However you like. Once it's at room temp or cool, if you want to nuke it in the microwave a couple seconds to get it warm again after you cut your slice, that's perfectly fine. It is totally up to you. But this is amazing. I'm telling you. And you see how simple it was to make? So, even though it's still warm, because it's already on the plate, I'm going to cut it. And we're going to taste it. All right? Now, yes, this should cool some more. It should. But we're going to taste it. Just a little smidge. Just, let me get a paper towel. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be so good. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Remember, it's a little crumbly right now because mine is still too warm. All right, but let's taste it. Let's taste it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Ready? God in heaven. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't get it. You gotta make this. I don't even have words to explain how good this is. Oh. It's so good. It's so good. I can't make it. Just make it. Go out right now. Buy these ingredients and make this. It's so good. Your cake, just the right amount of ginger in it. Not too much because I really hate overpowering ginger flavor. Just the right amount of ginger, right amount of sweetness. Like I said before, the cake isn't too thick. Perfect. That brown sugar. And there's no other pairing like cranberries and pecans. Or pecans, excuse me. So good. Alright. That's it for today. Once you make it, shoot me a comment. Let me know how it turned out. But again, this is Chef Ebony, eating a good life. We will see you next time. God bless. Stay safe.